Hello and welcome to Coffee with Carrie. Appreciate you stopping by. I know I talk about confidence an awful lot, but you know why? It's really, really important when you're putting yourself out there, heart and soul, trying to connect with another person. And if you think it's not, try going out there as somebody with literally no confidence. Imagine all the bits you've accumulated over time being taken from you, and you have to go talk to a stranger, putting on your best self, but not really feeling it. I never like the idea of faking confidence if we're not actually on our way to building it for real. So these are some hacks, some things that you can do to build up that confidence within you. And as you take these things in, they become a part of you. And if you continue faking it and using these hacks long enough, at the end of whatever this process takes you, you will be a much more confident person naturally and have absorbed or incorporated these things into your personality so that you can go out there feeling your best and feeling like a more confident version of you. We're not all confident all the time about everything, but these 5 hacks will get you started and well on your way to growing that confidence and having other people assume that you already have it. If that's interesting, stick around because 5 hacks for feeling confident, that's what's on the agenda. I'm just going to get right into it because number 1 is to stop comparing yourself to other people. What good has ever come from that? Think all the way back to grammar school, maybe especially middle school. Lots of comparison going on there. It's probably where it first started. It's a horrible idea, never makes you happy, and your assessment is never even accurate because it's based on things you feel about yourself, whether it's money or looks or somebody's car or their home or their wardrobe or something they're showing off on social media. In fact, anything that is shown to you on social media, stop right there and cut off the word envy before it even enters your mind, because so much of the time, I'd venture to say 90% of the time, what you're seeing is an illusion, not even real. So to be envious of somebody or something that doesn't even exist is beyond ludicrous, and we're not going to go there. So if you're internalizing any type of admiration for something you're seeing on the internet, stop yourself immediately and remember that any type of comparison you do is going to make you even less secure and less confident than you are at this point. So that's number 1. Number 2 is to make sure that you set your boundaries and make them known to other people. This sort of creates a circle of safety for your psyche. And if you think about it in terms of the opposite, you'll realize how important that is, because nobody ever feels confident where they feel that power has been taken from them. Weakness and insecurity, lack of confidence go hand in hand. So as you can see, it's easy to imagine that the opposite is true as well. Feeling out of control or with a loss of power is a huge confidence killer. So remain true to those boundaries. They're yours. Know when to say no. Be okay saying no to people. Number 3 is tend to your health, your figure, your physique, your health and wellness, prioritizing your body, your mind, your spirit. People who are confident care about what they're eating and how much they're sleeping and what exercise they get, because that all manifests not only in the way we look, the way we feel, but it comes through that we prioritize ourselves. We're worth it, as the old hair color commercials used to say, or I deserve it. Other people seeing that you take care of yourself know that you value the way you feel. Now, I had a male client who I really encouraged to cut out the junk food. He felt crummy all the time. He was never energetic and feeling positive and wanting to get out there and go meet people and be social. And I had to be honest with him. And I said, kind of junk in, junk out, right? You can't be fueling your body with crud and not feel a little cruddy about it. Please do me a favor and see the value that I see in yourself and take care of you. Prioritize your health so that you can go out there a more confident person, knowing that you're worth the extra effort and the time to make yourself a nice little something to eat Being sick is not sexy, and it definitely doesn't help build confidence. So you would know that the opposite is also true. And he did do that. I've had a client who quit smoking for me. I had a client who quit drinking during our conversations. There have been a lot of big life changes for people who are trying to be on that path to growth and to being the best version of themselves so that they can bring that to the table when meeting other people. And caring about your own personal health and well-being is certainly one of those. It will make you feel more confident. Number 4, I'm always putting up memes on this topic on my Instagram, and you'll know that if you follow me, Coffee with Carrie G. But it's about the people we choose to surround ourselves with. And I'm really a believer that positive people around who support the positive changes or positive things you're holding onto and prioritizing in your life is really important. Anybody who is a negative influence, doesn't have your best interest at heart, doesn't want to see you grow, why would I want those people in my life or in yours for you? I would want you to be surrounded with positivity and a support team. I want you to have all the people you care about and spend your time with to also feel that way about you and be your cheerleaders to encourage you to grow and be better. You know, studies have shown that people with low self-esteem attract people with low self-esteem, and it sort of feeds itself. When you don't have the self-confidence and somebody else is putting you down, that feels comfortable. You can get used to that. I mean, you've seen children who were raised telling them that they weren't good enough or that they wouldn't amount to much. And they believed that. And it's the same way that we look in the mirror and tell ourselves, you're fantastic, go out there, be your best self, have a great day. Pep talks that we give ourselves. The opposite coming from people around us that we've chosen to surround ourselves with, it's going to have the opposite effect. And this is a choice you get to make. You choose who you spend time with. Choose wisely. No negativity, no toxicity. You deserve to be with people who want the best for you. If it feels unusual, it feels uncomfortable, worry not, you will get used to it. Number 5, if you have expectations that other people should be kind, then it is to be assumed you believe they should be kind to you. I believe that you should be kind to yourself. As we've spoken about surrounding ourselves with other people who will be a positive role models and an influence in our life. The other way to confidence is to be our own cheerleaders, our own support system, and boosting us up and giving us that high five in the mirror that you've probably seen on the internet. I'm not going to start talking about loving yourself, but that does come with smaller steps along the way to accepting yourself and encouraging yourself. Those little baby steps are what lead to self-love, and you cannot have self-love without feeling a confidence, a real confidence. So these steps, this build up, this taking a few minutes to say something nice to yourself, and please, you must promise me today that if you are a person whose internal monologue is in any way negative, that you will tell that voice to shut the heck up, because you today will not be listening to anything negative coming from you, going to you. What kind of self-sabotaging are we doing in a situation like that? Every time you start to build up any bit of confidence, only to hear a voice saying, that's all BS, you don't deserve any of this. That's your choice, that voice. I encourage you very strongly to dial it down and mute that voice, because it's not your friend. I guarantee you that if you jot down these 5 little words to cue you into these 5 steps and you make some simple changes, they seem maybe bigger than they are. They really are small changes at the start, because you're not jumping in saying, tomorrow I'm going to be confident. These are steps that you can take and fake until you get to the real confidence, but there are immediate changes along the way. And these 5 things will spark immediate change in you to become the best and most confident version of yourself. We all deserve to feel fantastic walking around in the world, and also our best when we're meeting and trying to make a connection and partner with another person. So I hope you found that helpful. If you did, please do what my mother is suggesting and give the episode a thumbs up. subscribe to the channel. And if you could use a little boost in the talking to people, psyching yourself up, meeting people, how to flirt, what to say, those things that help you in connecting with people in the real world, then make sure you grab my free guide. The link is down in my description box. I think you'll like it. I'll look forward to seeing you next time. And until then, have a good one.